Okay, folks, we should be live. Just be slightly. Slimy? No, not slimy, slightly. Captionings. Okay, that's better. Make sure everything's working okay. Okay, so back in Elder Scrolls Online, carrying on from where we left off last time. So we've discovered that it is the king and his mother who are the real traitors in Orsinium, and we're trying to put a stop to them killing the chiefs, including the chiefs who are against them, at the move, because that would be the wrong thing to do. They may feel that their intentions are good, but the way they're going about it is wrong. The end, in this case, does not justify the means. So yeah, so hopefully we will finish the Orsinium DLC today. And we will then potentially Morrowind, might look at the Greymore prologue. Really want to save the Greymore stuff until I've also done Morrowind and Clockwork City and Somerset and someone elsewhere, but the length of time that's going to take me might make that impractical. So we will see. X here. And drops are enabled. Well, let me just update the stream title. If you've linked your Twitch and ZeniMax accounts, you can earn drops. Ooh. Okay. So we've got to find a secret passage in this library.
Here. Look around and see if you can find something that looks like a hidden passage.
I'll check over here.
Okay, catalogue of tomes and manuscript. Catalogue categories begin on the east wall and continue south to west. Okay. Orcish delights, culinary expressions of the Orsimir people, fiction, tall tales by or about the people of Wrothgar, religion, discourses on Orcish thoughts on worshipping deities, elves, essays on the puny elves of Tamriel, and building Orsinium documents. Concerning the reconstruction projects, Bretons, Tamriel, clans of Wrothgar. Who knows? Books that don't easily fall into a recognised category. Okay. So, on to Bazrag as well.
You'd think that temple priests would be neater. These manuscripts are all over the place. Start searching. We've got to find a way into the tunnels.
Any idea where I should start looking?
Look everywhere. It'll probably be something odd or out of place, like those switches over there. But this is a library. Maybe one of these dusty old tomes can help. There's bound to be a book that talks about the construction of the temple in here.
Oh, I think I know the category. So building Orsinium starts on the east and continues south to west. Right, so east. That's called Orcish Delights, is it? Okay. I am going to look at each of them just in case there is any skill ups. Right. No doubts. There's a third switch up there. Right. So, when Orcs decided to rebuild the city of Orsinium, they determined to create a series of tunnels beneath the streets that would serve as an escape route should the city ever fall under siege. These tunnels would still exist in the current day, with the newest stones of Orsinium being laid atop their foundations. As King's workers continued to build the city, some of the tunnels have been sealed off or even collapsed, but many of the tunnels hidden beneath the ancient foundations of older structures continue to crisscross below the city streets. One of the most famous of these tunnels, described in the fictional account The Battle of Orsinium, is the Temple Tunnel, where we need to find out about the Battle of Orsinium, which was in fiction, which was said to run from beneath the Temple of Orsinium to mountains behind Scarf Keep. According to the work of fiction mentioned above, a secret passage guided the way to the tunnel. To access the tunnel, at least in the story, the High Chief's son had to solve a riddle to open the secret passage. Okay, so we need to go to the fiction section. It's here, the Battle of Orsinium. Okay. Lucan fights with ferocity and keeps our enemy at bays. To my left, Kang Bragrosh serves as our shield, protecting us from sights unseen, and above, and Wrothgar guys. The only thing in there that might reference what is going on. So to the right, Clan Lucan. So the switches could be said to be right, left, and above. Okay. So that was Clan Lucan. To the left was Clan Bragrosh and Clan Wrothgar. Okay, so to the right, Clan Lucan. That could be a wolf. The problem is no. So Bragrosh. The hammer could be the Morkel, in which case it's not that clan. Ah, that's annoying. But we may have to find out more about those clan symbols. Problem here is if it's with respect to someone stood over there, then that would be the facing. So if I've set these two right, all I have to do is to cycle this one around and see if it triggers something. Okay. So let's go back. We need to find something about the symbols of the clans. Bells, buildings, Bretons, Tamriel. The clans of Wrothgar. History and symbols of the Orc clans. Right. We need to find that one. Amriel, clans of Wrothgar. Clan Bragrosh with a hammer. Clan Lucan with the wolf, and Clan Rushgar with the owl. The owl. Right. So we've got the hammer. We've got the wolf. Now we could have those the wrong way round. To my right, the wolves. To my left, the hammer. That looks right, but could it be that it's either this face or from over here? In which case, this would be the left, which would mean it would be the hammer. So if we say this is the character, okay, now he said right left, so actually maybe this is where the facing needs to be. So to my right, the wolves. Ah, no. That's not the wolves. To my right, the wolves. To my left, the hammer. Wolf, hammer, blade. So that's the only one that I'm fairly certain is in the right position. And nothing's changed, which would lead me to believe that these two down here are not in the right position. So wolves, hammer. Okay. There we go.
You found it. I guess we're climbing down that hole.
I knew you could do it. Now let's go stop the king.
Yay.
That gate doesn't appear to be locked. Go on. I'm right behind you.
Thanks, Bazrock. I think an element of caution is in order.
Silence, chiefs! Your constant bickering has plagued our people for long enough.
Huron's belittling the chiefs. They won't stand for that.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of inventory space.
You isolate yourselves in your own strongholds, perpetuating our selfish nature. We must change who and what we are.
Conrad's got a point. We're still going to kill the bastard, right?
Oh god, yeah, we're going to kill him. Or at the very least, we're going to beat the out of him and stop what he's doing. Not in the mood for negotiation.
I tried to appeal to you as equals, but you refused to listen. I grow tired of arguing with you.
Set it ablaze!
Be on your guard. Kurod's soldiers are... Be on your guard.
Will you please let me loot this guy? One thing in this game that frustrates me is that. Okay, looks like all of these gates are going to be closed.
The king cares for our people, and all you do is break his heart.
Wonderful. The murderous king and his lunatic brother.
Got some nice dots now.
Burn it!
Right, so why that wasn't firing, but there we go. That does seem to be the way.
We're getting close. Be ready for anything.
Sounds like the time I walked in on an Imga courting ritual.
Light it!
Okay, got past me really.
Light it up!
Let me just change one thing around. Maybe not. One of you stood that close to
Choice
me.
is simple. Kneel before me as your king and ruler of the United Orsiman Nation, or die!
We need to move faster. Karag's about to start slaughtering the chiefs.
I did actually manage to... Oh, cool.
Be on your guard. Karag.
It's only fair that they own some of it. Hello, Von B. Welcome back. Cool. Okay. We're in close this time. Right. Dealing with a treacherous king.
Once we get inside, find Karag and take him down. We need to save as many chiefs as we can. There's still time if we move fast. We need to open this gate.
There's no lever. They must have shut it from the other side.
Stand aside and let me work. Get ready to get those people out of there.
You leave me no choice. I'll unite the clan over your dead bodies!
I'll take care of the archers.
Eliminate the clan chiefs!
We've been betrayed. Defend yourselves!
And now the last guest has arrived. I'm gonna make you pay for your disloyalty. Keep those
Right. Okay.
This gate is heavier than it looks. Soldiers are already moving to block the tunnels. But even impressive criminals must pay for their crimes. I'm gonna deal with you, personally. Bow before the king of the Orsiman! You shall die with the others, fool! Mother, burn them all!
Right, let's take her out. See, he's a Dragon Knight there. keep her dotted.
I will end this!
Bye bye.
Mother! No! I demand a blood price for my mother's death. Out. Your death will not be quick!
Right, we need stamina. He is tough. We're granting that.
Mother, grant me your power. May the fires of your forge engulf the traitors. May the burn down this cup, and let my enemies see victory.
Need to keep our damage shield up if we can. Right. Hit him with that dot. Gotcha.
Saved many of the chiefs.
Whoa. That was actually a decent fight.
You fought valiantly, bravely. Maybe the best display of martial skill I've ever seen. I just wish we weren't forced to become kingslayers. Kurog and his mother are dead, but look at the price he made us pay.
What price?
The murdered chiefs. But they're just the tip of Malekith's tusk. More orcs will die as they fight to take control of their clans. All the while ignoring the approach of winter and the coming starvation. I've seen enough death for 2 lifetimes.
Are you saying we should have left Kurog in power?
No. Kurog went from good intentions to madness faster than a hawker swallows a bucket of fish. Killing him was the right thing to do.
Mm-hmm.
In the end, he left us no choice.
So why does Kurog's death seem to bother you?
How could it not? Once Kurog was like a brother to me. He was a great orc, a visionary, before his mother corrupted him. But I've become as gloomy as a drunken dark elf on a rainy day. Must be because Kurog won, despite everything we did.
What do you mean?
Please, enough talk. I want to be alone for a while. Think about what happened here and what has to happen next. Meet me back at the keep. We'll continue this discussion then, and you'll get the explanation you desire.
Okay.
May your path to the Ashen Forge be lit with the braziers of courage, my one-time blade brother.
Oh. I think we will teleport. Right. I do like Orsinium. Nice city. More of a bear than a horse. Seemed appropriate in this environment. Bear ate the horse? Maybe? Oh, there we go.
You're just in time. We've finished clearing out the Vashrock and the remaining chiefs are waiting for me to address them. But word of Kurog's death is spreading through the city like wildfire. I don't know how the people will react to the news.
Are the Vashrock really defeated?
Not completely. I'm sure there are still pockets of deluded cultists hiding throughout the countryside. We'll deal with them eventually. Right now, I need to figure out what to do with the clans that lost their chiefs. And with this damnable city.
What did you mean when you said Kurog had won?
Kurog dreamed of a united Orsimer nation. Of all orc clans standing shoulder to shoulder as equals with the other races. Despite everything that happened, I think he's going to get his wish.
I'm still not sure what you mean by that. How did Kurog win?
It will all become clear in time. Right now, I need to talk to the chiefs. Figure out how we're going to stabilize the clans without the need for more death and destruction. If you're up to it, I have one more favor to ask of you.
What do you need me?
You came to Wrothgar to help Kurog unite our people and rebuild this great city. Despite how we got here, you accomplished everything the king asked of you. Now I have a request. If you're willing to provide one more service to the orcs.
Okay.
This last favor is of a more personal nature. I want to give Kurog a proper funeral, to honor him for the warrior and leader he was, and not the crazed despot he turned out to be.
You really want to pay tribute to Kurog?
I do. Kurog was my friend once. and he was a great orc before his ambition got the better of him. Besides, the people need to know the whole truth, the good as well as the bad. A traditional orc requiem is just what we need to get past this.
What do you need me to do?
Take these notes and deliver them. Everyone should be somewhere in the city. Make them listen to you. Get them to attend Kurog's funeral. Meanwhile, I'll make sure everything is prepared for the ceremony.
I'll deliver the letters.
On your way back, after you've delivered the letters, stop by the King's Corner Club. Speak to the barkeep, and get a bottle of Kurog's favorite ale. It's foul stuff, but he loved it. We'll use it to drink to his memory at the service.
Okay, are you happy with the rebuilt orsinium? Who am I delivering the letter to? Who am I delivering the letter to?
Mostly to people you know. People who helped us stop Kurog and the Vashrak. There are also a few friends of mine. We trained together not long ago, but they recently returned to Wrothgar. I want them to see what happened here.
How will I recognize these friends of
There's Bizra, who rarely removes her war paint. She'll tell you to tusk off, but give her the letter anyway. The other one, he's a unique character. Has a code of honor all his own. If Bizra is here, he won't be far from her side.
Okay. Are you happy with the rebuilt orsinium?
Happy? What an odd question. To tell you the truth, I never thought I'd live to see the city rise again. But I've been wrong before. You're a good example of that. If you're asking if I'm proud of what Kurog created, then yes, I guess I am.
Are you worried that without a king, the city might make a tempting target?
The thought has crossed my mind. At least under Kurog as part of the Daggerfall Covenant, we were considered strong. We had allies. That's something I need to think about. I used to dismiss Kurog and his deals with our enemies. Now I'm not so sure.
Are you thinking of withdrawing from the alliance?
Emmerich's agreement was with Kurog, not the clan chiefs. We need to discuss our options and make a decision. Hopefully before the next siege camp sets up outside our walls.
And finally, why hold a special funeral for a king who tried to murder
The
you?
chiefs and I discussed this. We think it's better to remember Kurog for who he was rather than vilify him as a tyrant. We honor the orc I knew as a friend, not the one I fought with as a rival and an enemy.
I didn't think that you and Korok ever liked each other.
We fought side by side long ago. When he left Wrothgar to become a mercenary, I went with him. It was a glorious time. But I had responsibilities to return to. When next I saw my friend, he was making his own challenge to become chief of his clan.
And how did Korok become king?
Kurog struck a deal with High King Emmerich, agreed to support the Breton ruler in Rancer's war in exchange for the return of Wrothgar. That's when he declared himself king. Some of us were furious with him, but his actions saved countless lives.
Okay. Yep, they're all outside. Start with those two.
What was I thinking coming here? I never should have let go.
tusk off. I've got no time for beggars or dishonest traitors, and I'm in the mood to throw someone into the river. So walk away before we find out if you can swim.
Chief Bazrag sent me to find you and your friend.
Oh, really? I was certain the old bastard had forgotten his battle companions. In our day, we cut a bloody path across elsewhere in High Rock. But why'd Bazrag send you, I wonder?
He wanted me to deliver this letter.
Letter? For me? My companion should be along at any moment. Wait until he finds out Bazrag is a chief now. A chief with his own private messenger. He'll plop a brick.
You're not giving that poor messenger a hard time, Bizra. I hope Bizra hasn't been giving you a hard time. She can't help it. She has the personality of an ornery Achater, and that's her on good days.
Chief Bazrag wanted me to deliver this letter to
Let me
you.
see that. Interesting. Kurog's dead, and Bazrag wants to throw him a traditional Orsimer funeral. And look at that. I'm invited. I usually only get invited to things when someone wants me to hit something.
How do you know Chief
I
Bazrag?
don't know Chief Bazrag, but I was well acquainted with Bazrag the Butcher. We all served as a part of Gaspar's Stalkers, probably the best mercenary company ever to battle its way across Hammerfell and Cyrodiil. Those were good times.
By all the snot Malakat's right nostril. I never thought I'd be returned.
Right. We're there. Someone.
I'm glad to see that life still courses through your body. I'd be extremely out of sorts if you turned up dead. And I heard what happened. You have my thanks for keeping Chief Bazrag safe. I'd be even more upset if my husband had died.
Where were you while we were trying to stop Kurog?
Not everyone has the luxury to run off on an adventure whenever the mood takes them. I had the foreign survivors to deal with. They had to be gathered up and given shelter after the attack on our stronghold.
Chief Bazrag asked me to deliver this to
A
you.
letter? How intriguing. What does it say? My husband plans to hold a funeral for Kurog? I suppose that makes sense. They were good friends once, before Kurog put that tight crown upon his head. I'll join Bazrag
Mortal
as soon
wares
as I
are now
can.
at the forge, and now I see people willing to spend. Do you not agree?
I'm glad you're here. Saves me the trouble of finding you. Before I return to the Somerset Isles, I want to thank you for not killing me back at the Vashrak Temple. I appreciate that. I think I would have found death to be very boring.
Not everyone survived.
The High Priestess was an inspiration. Her legacy will live on, in our memories and in the memories of everyone in Orsinium. As hard as it is to accept, the simple truth is that you can't save everyone. You just have to try.
Before you go, Chief Bazrag wanted me to give you this.
What's this? A funeral? And I'm invited? Splendid. That will give me a chance to say my farewells to everyone all at the same time. Still, a funeral for that mad despot. I hope Chief Bazrag knows what he's doing.
Yeah, I think he does. There's another ally in there? Okay.
I don't think you should be here. I don't want any more trouble. I heard the king was dead, and I'm sure you had something to do with it, so leave us out of it.
Chief Brazrak asked me to give you this.
No, I don't want anything. Not from you, not from Chief Bozrog. I just want me and my father to be left alone.
Please, at least take a look at the letter.
You just won't take no for an answer. Oh, alright, let me see that. A funeral? For the king? And the chief wants me to attend? That's... I'd be honored. I wonder if I have time to get a nice dress.
What happened there? I have to say though, this whole storyline in Orsinium has been really cool. Oh.
I'm going to miss this place. The temple has become a more somber place since the death of the High Priestess. Solgra was a good woman. She cared about our people, and hoped to spread Trinamac's word. I know she also considered you to be her friend.
Are you going somewhere?
The temple is going to be rededicated to Malakath now that King Kurog and the Forge Mother are gone. It's a shame, but I can't blame the clan chiefs. Not after what the Voshrok did.
Chief Brazrak asked me to give you this.
What's this? A funeral? For Kurog? I'd be honored to represent Solgra and the temple at this solemn event. Not because I have any love for the Mad King, but because I see Bozrog's wisdom. The city needs to heal. I'll do what I can to help with that.
The High Priestess used to study here.
Oh.
Read her books, write her sermons. Now she's gone, and it feels like I've got a hole the size of Eldenroot right in the middle of my chest.
Taking Solgra's death kind of hard.
Damn right. We won, but the High Priestess died. That's awful, and it makes me so angry. It just isn't fair. But you obviously came here for another reason. Sorry I got so emotional. What's up?
Chief Brazrak wanted me to give this to
A
you.
letter? Isn't that how all this trouble started in the first place? But I guess I might as well see this through to the end. And you'll be there, right? Me and you, once more into the breach. Hopefully without anyone trying to kill us this time.
That would be nice. Okay. King's Corner Club over there. Go get the beer.
No sad faces. Not in here. This was Korog's happy place, and that's how it's going to stay. To Korog, to Orsinium, may the city always remember the kind and gentle king who cared for his people. Everything else? That was his mother's fault.
I need a bottle of Korog's favorite ale for the funeral.
A funeral? No one tells me anything. I came to this wretched land because of Korog. He set me up with this tavern, and I'll always be grateful to him for that.
Sure.
You want the ale? Let's make a deal.
What kind of deal?
I'll give you a bottle of Korog's favorite ale. I'll give you a whole damn barrel of the stuff. But only if you let me attend his funeral. I want to honor him, say goodbye. Let me do that, and I'll make sure you have plenty of the ale he loved.
Consider it done.
Thank you. I'll have the ale delivered to the keep. And I'll see you at the funeral. It'll be one last party for the king.
Oh. Fair enough. Right. Well. We have what we need. Castle overlook. Huh. Oh. That's cool.
Old friends, I'm glad to see you. This is very important to me.
I'm just sorry I missed all the action. It looks like you could have used another hand or two.
Bum nog and hands. I think it's an obsession.
Thank you for gathering, everyone. It's important that they're all here to see what happens next.
What does happen next?
We proceed with the funeral. The ceremony is as much about Korog and the others as it is about the future of the city, of the Orsimer people. Everyone will want to be here for this.
Sounds like you've come to a decision.
Don't worry. I'm not planning anything as audacious as Korog. Everyone in the city has a choice to make, but it will be peaceful. Nothing will be forced upon them. No more harm will come to the Orsimer. You have my word on that.
Remember that you said that. Too many people died because of this.
I can't forget even if I wanted to. But we need to move forward. Now please, we should begin the ceremony. There will be things I ask you to do during the Requiem. Listen to what I say, and act accordingly. Today tests our resolve. We have lost friends, allies, and the one responsible for all this. We've gathered to honor him. Some of you question the wisdom of that, but we need to see the Orsimer in a new light. We need to respect and honor each other. That starts today. Even a good orc can fall prey to ill-conceived notions. We need to bury the past with the king, and look to the future. Outsider, step forward. Your help has been invaluable, and I want you to be a part of this. Please, light the first torch. We ignite these fires to remember Kurog's true goal. Unity for the awesomer people. Instead, we have clans without chiefs. A city without a king. We will support these people. Guide them. We must look to tomorrow. Outsider, light the second torch. It will burn away the past and guide us to the future. Remember the Kurog who was. Strong, confident. A king who cared about his people. We will carry on that legacy, offering help, but never forcing it upon anyone, much to my regret. The clan chiefs have asked me to take on the mantle of King of the Orsimer. For this request, I have cautiously agreed. We cannot be seen as weak and leaderless to the rest of the world. I shall uphold Kurog's dream, but I will avoid his ambition. We shall stand together as the new Orsinium. Say your farewells, then return to the keep. We must put this darkness behind us and celebrate a new day.
Interesting. As an agent of the Almedi Dominion, where do I stand on that? Okay.
I'm glad you're here. How long has
Will
it
you
been?
return to Black Marsh, my
Too
friend?
long, that's for sure.
Or do you have another
But we
destination
can't all be
in mind?
shield wife to a king.
As long as it's not here.
Thanks for the
I'll go
offer, but
wherever the current takes
I
me.
can't. Not after everything that's happened.
Your courage and resilience in the face of adversity do you honor, my friend. If not for you, the clan chiefs and I wouldn't be standing here. And I certainly wouldn't be king. So this is all your fault, isn't it?
Don't you enjoy being
I
king?
haven't been king long enough to form an opinion. I hope the crown isn't as heavy as Kurog made it look. You have a place here with the people of Orsinium. But as much as I'd like you to stay, I know there are others out there who need your help.
What's next for you in Orsinium?
I need to continue to meet with the clan chiefs and reach out to other influential orcs in the city. We have a government to forge and alliances to foster. There's a lot of work, but I think I finally understand what Kurog was trying to do.
I wish you well, King Bazrak.
And I you. Take this. It belonged to Kurog, but you earned it. I hope I can do as much for my people as you did for Orsinium. I will do my best to live up to the faith that you and the clan chiefs have seen in me. Your name will never be forgotten by the Orsimer. We will talk of your deeds for generations to come. Now, we'll find a way for the clans to work together. To fulfill Kurog's original dream of a united and strong people. Orsinium will stand forever.
What about the Voshrak? Are they still a threat?
There's enough of the fanatics left to be a pain in my side. But we have ways of separating the bad from the good. It Might take a while, but we'll put an end to the Rock before too long.
How do you feel about this king thing?
Never wanted to be a king. Still don't, really. But this is the best way to keep the clans from fighting or starving to death once winter sets in. I'll wear the crown for as long as I have to. Set my people on the right path.
What's going to happen to Kurog's body?
Orcs usually burn the bodies of chiefs and heroes, mix the ashes into swords and shields. But for Kurog, I think I'll have the seat of the throne recast. That way he'll always be a pain in my arse. Help remind me what I should and shouldn't do.
I wanted to say goodbye.
Orcs have no concept of goodbye. We just come and go as we please. But you're always welcome in Orsinium, my friend. I'll be here cleaning up the mess that Kurog left us with. Just try not to get killed without me, alright?
I'll do my best.
Good. I knew you would. I wish you safe travels. I'll try not to get too jealous while I'm stuck here being a royal bureaucrat and you're out there being a hero.
Oh. Right. So I'm just going to take a brief bio break. I will be back in just a moment. Please take the opportunity to stretch, get a water, whatever. Thank you very much, and I'll see you again in a couple of minutes. Thanks for bearing with me, folks. Right. Interesting. What are you doing?
Greeting, Vestige. Though I can hardly call you that anymore, can I? Let us say, Neridia's champion, the hero of Cold Harbor, the savior of Tamriel.
Baron, but I saw you die.
So you did, and I have gone on to the next great adventure.
Why have you returned?
I bring you a warning, champion. Oblivion stirs. Great and terrible machinations have begun. Once again, Tamriel is in danger. You have a part to play in the events to come.
Oh dear. What events?
A great war is coming. A war between the forces of Oblivion. The Daedric princes are choosing sides. The Great Deceiver, the Sower of Discord, and the Patron of Darkness plot a great deception.
What must I do?
Be ready. Watch for signs. The war shall begin when the gates of Sothasil's lost city are reopened. So the scrolls portend, so shall it be.
Will you help me?
I cannot aid you in the coming battle. My time in this world is at an end. I must take my place in the immortal plane. Farewell, old friend. We will not speak again.
Wait, I don't understand. Damn it! Right. So the next main story quest we have to do is Morrowind. So this one, in fact, he's a letter from Canon inviting me to travel to Morrowind so I can be introduced to Lord Vivek. And a Cake Cannon. That should be the start of that quest. Now, good one. I'm already on that quest. Before we go to Morrowind then, I have received a voucher for a special occasion cake from the renowned master baker, Chief Donolon. I can collect my cake by finding the baker and his bakery barge in the ports of Wrothgar, Davin Watch and the harbour district of Daggerfall. Okay, cool. And Vardenfell. I can travel there. So I'll go and get my cake and then we'll go to Morrowind. Right, but before we actually leave, see if anyone else here wants to talk.
As soon as I finish this drink, it's back to the Somerset Isles for me. I have so many tales to tell my family. Just imagine, a scribe who helped crown a new orc king. My sister will never believe it.
Have you accomplished what you wanted to here?
I survived battles with the Winterborn, helped take down a tyrant king and a horrible cult. And here I am, drinking and talking with you. I think that's somewhat impressive, if I do say so myself. Perhaps I'll finally get the respect I deserve.
To Kurog's lifeless body, long may it rot.
Kira's plan worked, just like she said it would. I'm really quite surprised. Just walk in and act like we belong, she said. They even handed me a drink. I can't remember when I had such fun.
If anyone asks, just tell them that you know us. What? It's research. How often do we get to attend a king's funeral and coronation?
Right, those two on the main quest.
Such a sad and dismal day, but Rigert knows how to fix that. I have most excellent Nord gifts for everyone. No face can stay sad when it has one of Rigert's most excellent gifts in its mouth.
Oh dear God.
Now this is more like it. No harpies, no giant catapults slamming into walls. Just a few peaceful drinks with good friends. This is how it should have been from the moment I got here.
What are you going to do now?
I'd hoped to run into my old friend Darien here. This is just the sort of situation he'd love to find himself in. I know something happened in Cold Harbor, but I can't believe he's dead. He's out there somewhere. I can feel it in my bones.
You know where you might go next?
I have a couple of ideas. Not ready to share them yet, but I won't stop until I find him in some brothel in a Bar's Landing, or at a tavern in Murkmire.
I'm happy for my people, but I'm sad that we lost the temple. Malakath wins the day, and Trinimac fades back into obscurity. No! I won't let that happen! As long as I have the breath to speak, I'll spread the word of Trinimac. You'll see!
Good for you.
I wish my crew back in Daggerfall could see me now. Here I am, sharing food and drink with the king of the Orsimer.
This is all kind of bittersweet, but I have good ale, good food, and good friends to help me through this. I couldn't ask for anything more.
Thanks to you, the Orsimer have a new king, and he's a good king. I owe you for helping my husband, outsider. You'll always have a friend in Orsinium should you ever need one.
Sounds like you're happy that Bazrag is
I've
the king.
accepted our roles, if that's what you mean. With the crown comes new responsibilities, new duties. First and foremost, my husband needs an heir, and I'm going to make sure he gets one. If he thinks being the king is difficult, just you wait.
King Bosrog's going to pay for any damages the inn sustained when the Orsimer soldier barged in. Even going to give us a break on our taxes for the help we provided. Maybe things didn't turn out so bad after all.
Thank you for allowing me to attend the funeral. It was good to get to say goodbye to Kurog in my own way. Bosrog said I could keep the corner club open, even retain the current name. I just hope the new king stops in for a drink every once in a while.
Where's Evely? Gotta say goodbye to her. I would still be stealing, okay. I'm gonna steal food at a funeral. Maybe she's outside. Maybe not. How many event tickets do I have? I have 12. I really need to stop. Well, I'm going to Volkill Guard, so that's good. Ah, no Evely. Volkill Guard, hand in the event tickets. And find. Then on to Morrowind.
Excuse me, please. I have a message for you.
We'll get to that. Need to see this lady first.
Treat with me, look over my goods, and give me a good story. I dare you.
Right. Go. Use that up. Quest do you go on? Do you go to Morrowind, or are you another one?
If I may be so bold, you match the description I was given. An old wizard hired me. Called himself Abner Tharn and claimed to be a battle mage in service to Emperor Varen Aquilarius, if you can imagine such a thing.
Actually, wait.
If I may
I
be
think
so
that's...
an old... Forgive me, but I can't duplicate his imperious inflections.
The great Abner Tharn requires your assistance. With it, we can end
Hi,
the
Fluffy
Three
Freak.
Banners War. Report to me immediately, if not sooner.
He asked me to mark his location on your map.
Yeah, we're not doing that one yet. Let's go get the cake. We're no longer up in wintry conditions, so maybe a change of mount is required. Yes, that'll do. Aha, the cake. Okay. Hi,
It's
Chef.
like this whenever I arrive in a new city. Everyone wants one of my cakes. That's
Yes,
why
please.
they call me the Wizard of Whisking, you know. I wonder if anyone here received one of my rare cake vouchers. Those lucky netches are in for a special treat.
Yeah, indeed. I have a cake voucher.
Congratulations! That's an amazing coincidence. Let me assure you, my friend, you're in for a wonderful treat. Not everyone receives one of my vouchers. Puts you right to the head of the line for my most delightful creation, the Jubilee Cake.
Jubilee Cake?
You've never had one of my Jubilee Cakes? I suppose that makes sense. I don't make them for just anyone, you know. People here in the Dominion lands especially enjoy the addition of locally sourced bananas.
So how do I redeem my voucher?
I'll make a fresh Jubilee Cake, but you'll have to gather the ingredients while I continue to fill my orders. I need bananas, flour, and honey. Buy them or find them, doesn't matter to me. Just bring them back here, and you'll be eating cake in no time.
I'll get you the ingredients you need.
Welcome back to Chef Donnellan's famous traveling
I already have them.
barge. Were you able to gather the ingredients I need to make you your cake?
Yeah, I might have it over a couple of days, you know. I have the ingredients you requested.
A touch of this, a pinch of that.
Yeah, just give me the cake. Absolutely. Cake, please.
I hope
There
you
we are.
like the cake. Maybe we'll meet again sometime. My bakery barge travels all around the world, you know. That's how we'll end this war of the alliances, mark my words. Cake has a way of bringing people together.
I've been pushing me into the sea and run off with the cake. No! I will want other ones in future. A cake may be bigger than your head, but not bigger than your stomach. Yes. Right. Can I have my cake now?
Cake?
I don't know. This one came out so well, I might just keep it for myself. Just kidding. You earn this special cake. Wait until you taste it. I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised.
Oh. Eat this cake once a day to earn event tickets. I've got to eat the cake. That's a shame. Let's... It's in inventory or is it in collections somewhere? I think it's in collections actually. Alright. This is what we want. Jubilee Cake. Oh. Use Jubilee Cake. There we go. I have 3 event tickets. Yeah, that's satisfactory. More cake. Anniversary XP buff. 100% boost all experience for the next 2 hours. Cool. More cake. Oh, cool. Right. So... the one we want now. Time to make our way to Morrowind. Now technically we have been invited to come and talk to some important officials, but of course it's not going to be that simple. You think your cat ate the cake? She ran upstairs to... Oh no! I hope Kitty's okay. Right. I have to travel to Bardenfell. Ah, the accommodations are satisfactory. Weather looks a bit rough. Here we are. Morrowind. So, buying Conundrum. Tavern's Watch is there. Heaven Hearts. Stormhold, Stonecold, Bardenfell. There we go. That's where I've got to get to.
I'm quite
kept busy, can't you see?
That'll get me to Volkill Guard. Daggerfall. Where we need to get to. So, looks like there isn't actually a ship you take. Yeah. Okay. I'll just teleport. Before we do that though, let me just check something. Cool. Vardenfell it is. For anybody in the sea, the sprawling volcanic island of Vardenfell dominates the northern Morrowind. The ominous, ever-smouldering peak of Red Mountain looms over this strange land. Cool. Eek. Right. Got to talk. Canon Valasa. This may be a problem.
Forgive me, Outlander, but I have enough to deal with. I'm just a simple tribunal priest, and the trouble at the ancestral tomb was too much for even our buoyant armiger to deal with. I have failed Lord Vivek, and left a colleague alone at the tomb.
What happened at the ancestral tomb?
Lord Vivek sent the three of us to seek guidance at the Andrano ancestral tomb. We were attacked when we got there, and our guard was seriously hurt. I barely got her to safety, but we failed to complete the mission Lord Vivek bestowed upon us.
Three of you, you mentioned another priest.
Canon Levoul. He remained behind after we retreated from the tomb. I know he wants to get back inside and ask Lord Vivek's questions, but there's no way he can get past the Daedra, or ask the questions on his own. May the three grant him wisdom.
I can go to the tomb and help the Canon.
Tarza, what's wrong? Someone help!
By the three! First a wounded armiger, now this!
By dawn and dusk, evil creeps through the shadows of my beloved Vardenfell. But an outlander arrives to aid my people, just as I have foreseen.
Those words, what do they mean?
Okay.
What happened? Merciful Azura, the Mother Soul spoke through you. It's a miracle!
Lord Vivek, protect me. That was Azura, the Queen of the Night Sky. And you, she spoke directly to you, Outlander.
Oops.
I'm surprised the Daedric Prince would risk Lord Vivek's wrath to proclaim a prophecy. But she did say you were here to aid us.
What just happened?
The Daedric Prince Azura possessed that woman and spoke through her. I've heard of such occurrences, of course, but to witness such an event... She said evil creeps through the land. I wonder if it has anything to do with what we saw at the tomb.
Tell me about your mission at the tomb, man.
We sought guidance in a matter that concerns Lord Vivek. I received specific questions to ask while Levoul concentrated on summoning his ancestor. The Daedra ruined those plans when they fell upon Urnsey, and we were forced to flee.
Daedra?
Vile creatures from oblivion. You hear about an odd ghost or a nest of vampires, but never Daedra. Please, if they're still there, they'll rip Canon Levoul apart. He's definitely not a warrior. Just look at what they did to the buoyant armiger.
What's a buoyant armiger?
The buoyant armigers comprise one of the military orders of the Tribunal Temple. They seek to emulate Lord Vivek's deeds through actions and words. Poor Urnsey. Those monsters went straight for her. Her blood flowed like lava from Red Mountain.
Red Mountain?
Where are you from? Children learn of Red Mountain before they even taste Flynn. The mountain sits at the center of Vardenfell, periodically rumbling like a sleeping Nyx shaking its leg. Lately, however, it seems to be waking from its long slumber.
And tell me more about Azura.
Azura is the cruel but wise Daedric Prince of Dawn and Dusk. She's one of the good Daedra, for what that's worth. But for her to speak through an innocent means something terrible is about to happen. Why else would she dare Lord Vivek's wrath?
Lord Vivek and Azura don't get along?
What do they teach you where you come from? Lord Vivek's a living god! Azura is merely the anticipation of Sothasil. Vivek stands as the present and the future, while Azura clearly represents Vardenfell's past. So no, they don't get along.
And who's Lord Vivek?
You don't know Lord Vivek, one of the living gods of the Dunmer Tribunal. You must be new to our land, Outlander. But there's no time. Canon Levoul remain behind. He needs help if he's going to get inside the tomb and ask Vivek's questions.
Vivek's a living god?
Yes, one of the god monarchs of Morrowind. He's the warrior poet who lives in a grand palace in Vivek City. Lord Vivek sent us on this holy mission to request information from Canon Levoul's ancestor. It breaks my heart that I have failed him.
Hey. Find out what's happening.
Those monsters, it's too dangerous. What am I going to do?
That's where I come in.
Did Canon Valasar send you? Oh, she did, didn't she? That means she made it to Seydanin. Vivek be praised. Will you help me complete my mission? It would be sacrilege if I don't enter my family's tomb and make Lord Vivek's inquiries.
I will help you enter the tomb and ask your question.
As the saints declare, the tribunal always provides. We'll need to be cautious, however. Daedra invaded the tomb. Makes it hard to talk to one's ancestors while monsters try to eat you. I'll also need your help when we reach the summoning chamber.
And what kind of help?
Take this scroll with Lord Vivek's inquiries. While I summon forth my ancestor spirit and concentrate on maintaining the connection, you must ask the questions. He insists we use the exact phrase.
We can go inside when you... Okay. I'd like to ask a few questions before we enter the tomb.
I've already lost precious time due to the buoyant armiger's wounds, but I suppose a few more moments won't make the volcano erupt or the moonlit fall from the sky or anything. What else can I tell you, my friend?
Why does Lord Vivek want you to contact your ancestor?
I'm not quite sure, and it wasn't my place to ask. When your living god gives you a task, you say, "Yes, my lord." The questions seem to involve the time before the tribunal, which I assume is why we must ask them of my long-dead ancestor.
Tell me about your ancestor.
A few of my contemporaries can boast of a luminary such as Farina Andrino occupying a prime branch upon their family tree. Lady Farina studied at the feet of Sothasil and was counted among his companions before the tribunal rose to power.
Who's Sothasil?
Who's Sothasil? It's like asking who are Vivek and Almalexia. They are the tribunal, the living gods of the Dunmer. Sothasil is the architect of time and the binder of oblivion. If you want to know more, we can talk after we've finished.
Tell me about the creatures in the tomb.
Well, I can tell you why they weren't here the last time I paid my respects. Canon Valasa thinks they're some kind of Daedra, determined to keep us from fulfilling Lord Vivek's will. Until you showed up, I wasn't sure what I was going to do.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go.
Before we go in there and face those monsters, I want you to know how much I appreciate your aid in this matter. Just don't lose the scroll that contains Lord Vivek's questions. Now come, let's call forth my ancestor. I'll open the tomb door.
Lead the way.
Follow me, but keep an eye out for those Daedra.
Prominent and Drano family has been among the leading members of House Redorian for generations. Cool.
Careful. The creatures attacked as soon as we entered the Hall of Remembrance.
No, no. Next. No.
Time to remind these dangers that I am worse than them. Okay. Salt, please.
This used to be such a peaceful place. I came here as a young acolyte to meditate.
Where are we supposed to get to? Yes, this is the way.
Bro, he did it.
Huh, that doesn't look good.
We're nearly there. Then we can summon my ancestor.
Right, we need some food. Yes, we do. Yeah, we should have some fortifying meals. There we go. Nice boost to our hit points. Is this the way? It is.
The summoning chamber. I'll call forth my ancestor, then you can ask Vivek's questions.
Hasn't my rest been disturbed enough by those filthy Daedra? Why do you summon me, descendant?
My Lord Vivek has inquiries that only you can answer, my lady. My companion will present them with your permission.
The warrior poet? Very well. Ask Vivek's questions. Ask the warrior poet's questions, Outlander.
Lord Vivek asks, the heart of the world key to ascension, should I be filled with apprehension?
Ah, Lord Vivek always had a way with words. Tell him to rest assured. The heart remains sealed. I wonder why that concerns him. Ask the remaining questions as my time here is short.
Lord Vivek asks, has the enemy of old returned so devious and bold?
An enemy of old, yes. But not the one that Vivek presumes.
Lord Vivek asks, did Sotha Sil in his unending crusade know our divinity would shrivel and fade?
Sotha Sil imagined multiple scenarios and contemplated endless solutions. He even experimented with his divinity, drawing energy to study before returning it. Loss will come, he foresaw, but not until the collapse of the temple.
Ooh.
Now, back to sleep.
Goodbye.
I hope that's what Lord Vivek needed. Let's talk outside.
Okay. Hey.
Thank you for helping me complete my task. Now, I need to return to Vivek City. Have you been there? It's amazing. Ziggurats rising out of the water, the moonlit hanging in the sky above. You should meet me there so I can introduce you to Lord Vivek.
Did you understand what your ancestor told us?
Just between us, I understood neither the questions asked nor the answers received. Not that I expected you. Some things aren't meant for mortal minds. That's another reason for you to come to Vivek City, to help me explain what my ancestors said.
I can help recount what happened here.
Excellent. I just need to make a quick stop in Seydanin to check on my original traveling companions. When you get to Vivek City, head right to the palace and I'll meet you there. I know that Lord Vivek will want to reward you for assisting me.
I'll meet you in Vivek City.
I'll be along shortly. When you get to Vivek City, head directly for Lord Vivek's palace. Once there, I'll make introductions and we can tell the warrior poet everything we've learned.
You said I could ask you more about the tribunal after we finished your mission.
Of course. As I said, the tribunal consists of our three living gods, Vivek, Almalexia, and Sotha Sil. They lead us in spiritual matters and rule over Dunmer society as god monarchs of the Dark Elves. I serve Vivek, but honor the entire tribunal.
Do all Dark Elves follow the tribunal?
Unfortunately, no. The Dunmer houses bow to the tribunal, but the savage Ashlanders refuse to acknowledge their divinity. The heretics never allowed themselves to be assimilated into the great houses. Instead, they hold to primitive superstitions.
Hey, interesting. Not done Morrowind at all, so this is all new to me. Right. looks like where we're going. Oh, a way shrine. Bows for sale. Uh-huh. Big mushroom. Okay, way shrine's just through here. Wow. Somewhat disturbing. Cool. Where's my mage skill at, by the way? Still a little way to go. Gotta find more lore books before I can finish the Mage Guild's quest line. Nice. Very nice.
Praise Vivek! This is the person who helped me at the tomb, my lord.
Lord Vivek, we don't need the help of this outlander.
Oh hush, Archcanon Tarvis. Outlanders have their usefulness, and this one intrigues me.
As you say, I'll be in my office if you need me.
Step forward, friend of Laboul, and let us speak. Canon Level says you helped him in his mission. As I have written, the one who helps my ally becomes my friend. Despite the Archcanon's concerns, I greet you with sincerity and pose a simple question. Will you assist us further, Outlander?
What kind of help do you need, Lord Vivek?
I have ordinators and armigers at my disposal. Vast armies of followers and dedicated priests. What I don't have, however, is a fresh perspective. Will you set aside your personal goals for a time and become the eyes and ears of a god?
Well, I've gone toe-to-toe with the Daedric Prince, so I see why not. Of course, Lord Vivek, I can provide a fresh perspective.
Good. I need assistance to investigate a strange phenomenon that the Ancestor confirmed may indeed be a problem. We'll start with a simple divination ritual. Archcanon Tarvis can tell you what we need to delve into this mystery.
Okay. I don't think the Archcanon wants my help.
The situation that troubles me has taken a toll on my Archcanon, but he's a faithful servant. Tarvis will do as I say, and I say we need your assistance. Find the Archcanon in his office, and he'll tell you how to proceed.
When I first arrived, I saw a vision of Azura.
The Daedric Prince? I suppose the same events that concern me might interest Azura, though she could just as easily be the source of these troubles. Red Mountain, strange Daedra, and then there's... well, we'll talk more about that when you return.
Was what the Ancestor said helpful?
Levoul's Ancestor assured me that a source of power remains safe. As for the rest, let the guess ripen in the mind, and only speak when the fruit grows certain. I require more information on these matters, hence the need for the divination ritual.
Okay. A living god. That's a first. Wow. Okay, that's a really good view. Aha. Looks like there's a way shrine around here. And indeed there is.
Ah, Outlander. Lord Vivek trusts too much to put his faith in one such as you. But who am I to question my god? I suppose he sent you to me so I could put you to work. Did he say which task he wants us to accomplish first?
Lord Vivek said he needed to perform a divination.
Ah, yes. We do need to perform a ritual to reveal the nature of the phenomenon that vexes Lord Vivek. Now listen closely. I hate to repeat myself.
I'm listening.
Despite my objections, Vivek believes you were sent to help, so I'll do my best to assist you. Go to the ziggurat that's still under construction and tell the overseer that Lord Vivek requires the blessing stone. Then bring it to me in the palace.
Okay. I'll go to the unfinished ziggurat, get the blessing stone, and meet you at the palace.
You receive a simple errand in the service of Lord Vivek, and countless questions form unbidden in your mind. Very well. Go ahead. Ask your questions. It's not like I'm the busy arch-canon of a living god or anything.
Don't care. What's a blessing stone?
Ah, the ignorance of Outlanders. How refreshing. The blessing stones serve as repositories for small amounts of Lord Vivek's power. They allow his favor to permeate sanctified locations. We need such a stone to power the divination ritual.
Can't Vivek perform the ritual without the blessing stone?
If you haven't guessed yet, the phenomenon interferes with Lord Vivek's power in unusual ways. It will be safer for everyone if I perform the ritual by using the blessing stone instead of drawing on my Lord's personal store of energy.
What does Lord Vivek hope to learn from the divination
Even if
ritual?
I told you, you wouldn't comprehend it. Lord Vivek's senses eclipse those of mere mortals. Suffice it to say, he feels a disturbance in the flow of energy throughout Vardenfell. He seeks to discover the source of that disturbance.
Vivek mentioned Red Mountain in danger. Do you think there's a connection?
Lord Vivek sees signs and portents everywhere. It's the poet at his core. I tend to be much more pragmatic. Sometimes a volcano is simply a volcano, and not a harbinger of doom. As for the Daedra, I have no idea. Perhaps the summoning got out of hand.
Have I offended you in some manner?
Offend me? You give yourself too much credit. No, I feel the same about all Outlanders. This is tribunal business, best handled by tribunal resources. However, I also obey my Lord Vivek, so I won't tolerate your involvement and do my best to aid you.
Wonderful chap. Right. Get in that way.
This project has been nothing but one disaster after another. How am I expected to get this ziggurat built on time when things constantly go wrong? Don't mind me. I'm just having one of those days.
Archcanon Tava sent me. I need to borrow your blessing stone.
Our blessing stone? Do you know what happens if we give up our blessing stone? Well, neither do I. But I'm sure it won't put us back on schedule or end our string of disasters. I'm not one to disagree with the Archcanon, but that's a terrible idea.
Lord Vivek needs the blessing stone to perform a ritual.
Lord Vivek? Well, why didn't you say so? But I'll need your help before I can turn over the blessing stone. The passage that leads to the consecration chamber collapsed, trapping some of my workers. If you can clear the way, you can borrow the stone.
I'll clear the passage and free your workers on my way to retrieve the
I
stone.
appreciate the help. Just remember that you're only borrowing the stone. It needs to be back in the consecration chamber before the next shift, or we'll never get this ziggurat constructed in time.
Okay. Goodbye. Have to rescue the workers. Oh dear. Bit of a mess.
I thought I was going to die under there. Oh, thanks for saving me.
Thank you. I'll go tell the Overseer what you did for me.
And we need to get the blessing stone. Is where we just came from. Ooh. Thieves' copper. Can't quite reach it though. Thieves' trove. Blessing stone. Cool. Right.
Praise Vivek.
Right, okay. So, let's check this. Okay, so I'm going to bring it to a close there for today. Thank you very much for watching. I am putting up some Let's Play videos on YouTube. Currently doing Beautiful Desolation, which is a point-and-click post-apocalyptic game. And about to also start putting up the Encased RPG in the coming week, which is another post-apocalyptic sort of tactical RPG. I will be back streaming on Wednesday and Thursday of this coming week, starting at 7 o'clock UK time each night. You do want to keep an eye on Twitter to see exactly what I am doing. You can find me as SilmarUK on Twitter. I think I might be streaming Elite Dangerous on Wednesday this week. and Elder Scrolls Online on Thursday, which would be the normal rotation. We do have the Fleet Carriers beta, so that should be interesting. Thank you very much for watching. Oh, and one last thing. Easter weekend I'm probably not streaming, but there is the Elite Community Meet, the virtual Elite Community Meet on the Saturday. I was going to be on that when it was in the real world. Unfortunately, given the current situation, it's not. So I will put something up on Twitter about what I'm doing for that. But please take care of yourselves, especially in the current situation. And yeah, indeed, I'll see you soon enough on B for some more Star Wars RPG. Thank you very much, and I will see everyone soon. Please do take care.